There's a lot of people out there that have a lot of opinions about walking. The right way to walk, when to walk, why to walk, how to walk. If you clicked on this video, I'm guessing you've been just as confused and frustrated by all the walking advice that is out there and just trying to figure out what to do. You're not alone. I completely understand. Walking in the morning is best. Walking in the evening is best. Walk before a meal. Don't walk until after a meal. Walk indoors. Walk outdoors. Walk on your feet on the ground. Walk with machine assist. Walk to lose weight. Walking for mental clarity. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, right about there I'm starting to feel like a Dr. Seuss kind of rap going on. No, I will not walk here nor there. I will not walk with a mouse around the house. I will not walk anywhere. Sam, I am. I think at this stage of my life, I've pretty much tried all the recommended options. And I can definitely tell you which ones I thought were good, which ones not so good, and which are gonna be completely based upon you and your lifestyle. Morning walks versus evening walks. Like, you could scour YouTube with 10,000 videos talking about why you should take a walk in the morning and all of the benefits. You are gonna get that big drive to jump out of bed, throw on your shoes, hit the pavement running, and you're gonna just start your day off on the best note possible with more energy than you know what to do with. I have literally been trying for 40 years to be a morning person. School didn't make a difference. Jobs haven't made a difference. Children haven't made a difference. I don't like mornings. I don't do mornings. I am not gonna be waking up at 5 a.m., sun up, and be miraculously inspired to go put my shoes on and go for a walk. It's just not gonna happen. I've tried. It's just, I'm done fighting it. Yeah, I know there's benefits, but it's just not happening for me. In the morning, I'd come back and I'd probably just go back to bed. And it feels like that might defeat the purpose. So a lot of people are like, oh, well, that's where you go take a cold shower to wake yourself up and, make sure you keep that big boost that you got from the walk. Well, gross. No, I don't want to take a cold shower. No. The only exception to that would be on the mornings where I take my kids to school. I love doing walks to take them to school because it gives us a couple more minutes to talk about, how's our day going, make sure we're in a good mood, prepared for what's coming up. That fresh air, it really does kickstart something in you and make you say, yeah, bring it on, here's the day. Doing the daytime walks, if you're going somewhere specific to walk that is enjoyable for like a sightseeing, if you're going into the woods, you're going to the river, you're going on a scenic path, anything that is a enjoyable kind of feast for the visual senses, that obviously hands down daytime walk is the best because it's not about the exercise. You're sightseeing, you're enjoying nature, you're checking stuff out. So to me, I would say that is the benefit of a daytime versus any other time of the day. But it's not about getting the exercise, the weight loss and stuff. It's because it's just beautiful to go out there and listen to nature and take in the sights. And there are some cool things out there. Do you go for a walk before you eat a meal, or do you walk after you eat a meal? So the people who are doing the morning walk, they're going out there before they have breakfast, before they have a cup of coffee, before anything goes into their system other than water. How your walk has warmed up your body, it's kickstarted your metabolism. So any food that you eat after that, you're gonna burn through those calories much faster than you would have if you just crawled out of bed and sat down in front of your plate. And that probably is good science. There's a lot behind that. However, when I would walk, I get hungry. So because I'm more hungry than I was normally, I feel like I'm eating more. So my walk actually made me have a larger meal than I would have had. So even if my metabolism is kicked into gear and it's doing stuff behind the scenes, I think I canceled it out because I ate more, even though I'm burning more. So it just kind of was a wash. So when I go for a walk after I've had a meal, in the evening especially, it seems to help process that food a lot better. There's more digestion going on at a quicker time probably. It doesn't feel like it's really sitting on me. And that made a huge difference to that late end of the day slump period. It no longer really was giving me issues. I just kind of sliding right through that time period without having to really struggle to make it to bedtime. And that's making a big difference on being able to go to sleep at a normal time, reasonable time, and not wake up the next day quite so sleepy. Talking about going to the gym versus getting their exercise outdoors. In the gym is fantastic when the elements outside are not letting you. I hate hot, sweaty, yucky feeling. So if it's in the middle of summertime and it's 90 degrees outside, I'm not gonna go for a walk. I'll go use the machine. That's fine, I'll do it. Outdoors versus indoor battle to me is just dependent on, can I get it done? Am I going to skip doing a day of exercise because of something going on outside or indoors? And in that case, I'm flexible to whichever works. That being said, I know I do way more walks outdoors in the spring and in the fall, as far as I can go up until snow and ice in the wintertime, because it's cool enough outside where I can enjoy it. And then I get that extra bonding time with my youngest when she can actually go with, because it's not 95 degrees out up until her bedtime. So there's nowhere we can go outside until it, until it cools off, because then it's too late. It's after dark.
Like this much. That's so good. Today when I say white, like, is it raining? Do I pull like the night eye? Why did water get in my eye? It's still raining. That's water in my eye. You know why? Because it'll come back in the freeze. Oh yeah.
A big one that I hear people talking about is counting steps versus how long they should be out going for a walk. And this one I find interesting because counting your steps means it's a process that you're involved with from the moment you wake up to the moment you've gone to bed. So it's not about how you go for walks after meals, it's about everything, which is really super awesome. So if you have a sedentary lifestyle or a job where you sit a lot, I think that's a fantastic way to make sure that you are balancing out how often you're sitting versus how often you're actually moving around. I personally like focusing on my chunks of time that I'm walking. I need to use my walks for more than just the weight loss side of it. I'm looking for a little bit more of the calming effect, the meditative quality, the being able to go through my thoughts at the end of the day, releasing any tension and frustrations that I've had throughout the day, helping me to get a good night's sleep, expending a lot of that energy out. So step counting versus blocks of time walk, it, again, depends on your personal situation and what you're needing to achieve out of it. Here is where I have settled in my happy place with walking. I'm not getting benefits for weight loss. Oh, that one was really hard to accept. I would do the measurements, I would count, all of my steps, I would weigh myself, and 30 days going by, there was no movement on the scale. It just wasn't happening. I think there was a little bit of muscle buildup going on, so maybe there was some conversion between fat to muscle, so I didn't notice anything on the scale. My clothes weren't fitting any looser, so I don't really see anywhere else that I was getting benefit. I don't know, but weight loss wasn't what walks were for me. It was my therapist, my walking therapist, outdoors. It was giving me the chance to unwind for my day. It was giving me the chance to free up my thoughts and let them wander and just kind of sort through whatever has been troubling in the back of my head that I've been ignoring. When I have really bad days where there's a lot of fights or battles with the kids, or my youngest has had a lot of meltdowns and emotional breakdowns, and I'm completely drained, it gives me the chance to just kind of shut off and go on autopilot and be away from anything that could be triggering and just breathe. Those to me are so valuable to my well-being and my emotional state. Going through so much depression for so many years, to find myself in a place of contentment, not joy, not excitement, not like, loving life, but just contentment at the end of my day, it's huge. I would never have thought contentment was such a valuable trait to achieve. If nothing else comes from it other than just feeling content at the end of the day, it's a win for me. Absolutely 100% a win for me. If I have a choice, I will always walk in the evening. I will always walk after dinner, and I will bring along my youngest, because the walks benefit her emotional well-being and her mental well-being just as much as mine does. It gives her the chance to talk without any other distractions and be heard. We're in motion, so it kind of satisfies some of her other sensory areas. She will also sleep better at night, which means I have a much more relaxing evening. The downside is those golden opportunities are spring, fall, early winter subjected, because where we live, once we hit summertime, it is hot. It is so hot that even at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, it's still 90 degrees out. If the sun hasn't set, garbage truck. That was loud. So if the sun is still up, it's still 90 degrees out, and it's her bedtime by that point, and we just can't go out for walks. So my only golden opportunity to still get in that benefit is when the sun goes down and it cools off enough where I can go outside. It's still 75 degrees out at midnight, but usually there's a breeze that's picked up, and that's become my favorite time to go walking. I'm a midnight walker.
And the sunset. So much peace. It's days like this that my walk really comes in handy. I just had one blow up after the other with the kids. Sometimes when I'm walking, I'll come up with really morbid thoughts like what I would do if somebody assaulted me, or what would I do if somebody were to drive up and try to grab me, or what would I do in the scenario if there was a wild dog loose. And I mean, I don't think I want any of those to happen, but it's almost like they're practice scenarios of what would I do if I was ever in one of those scenarios. And it sounds really stupid, but I just find it really soothing to kind of problem solve what would I do in those scenarios. All right, please tell me I'm not the only one who does those what if scenarios. There's got to be other people that go, what would happen if how would I handle it if I don't know. Maybe it's just too much time thinking while I'm walking and too much time thinking in the showers. I don't know. I think The walks are like my meditation. I get to have just my thoughts to myself. I get to decompress from any fights and yelling. And I don't have people staring at me, which is a really hard thing for me to do in the middle of the day. I get to just take in the stars and the moon and any of the brave cats that are out roaming around. Some days I feel like I start off with so many good opportunities and they're just disappearing like one fight after the other until I got none left. And this walk is the only thing that's keeping me from sitting at home crying in my chair. Bad days, man.